It's the one place in Las Vegas where exciting benefits make becoming a member a must. The fun in our newest traveling exhibit really adds up. Treading our trails unveils historical treasures, and there are many more stories at the Springs Preserve, where all that matters is what's elemental. In its first 10 years, the Springs Preserve has grown from an already world-class facility to one of the most highly acclaimed and frequently visited places in southern Nevada. And being located amidst the glamorous resorts in this vacation capital of the world, that's really saying a lot. So it just seems natural to want to be a part of this exciting place. With more benefits than ever, our membership program offers a variety of ways that you can call this place your own.
Membership's important to the Springs Preserve because it gives us, a stake in the community. Having members here, having people to come back over and over again, getting a chance to understand our history and where Las Vegas started at. It's really important. Our members are the ones that they keep this place alive.
And keep it flourishing. By supporting the Springs Preserve as a member, you're not only gaining access to all our original facilities like the Origin Museum, Nature Exchange, and Sustainability Gallery, you'll also benefit from our always growing set of additions like the Butterfly Habitat, Boomtown 1905, Waterworks, and the newly redesigned playground.
Our membership program, best value, hands down. We have our individual membership, starts out at $30, and our family membership, which is 2 adults, 6 children, starts at $60.
Membership even comes with a few perks, like discounts at the cafe and gift shop. Want more? We have several donor-level memberships, enhanced with many extra benefits and opportunities to help build and support the preserve.
We've also got our donor levels. We've got the bronze membership, which is we've had this membership and we've actually enhanced it. You guys have asked for more benefits, so we've offered some events, and now you get the Butterfly Habitat is included. It's our seasonal exhibit. We also have the train, so if you got those kids and you need to bring them out and they want to ride the train, come and ride the train and they will enjoy it. They'll get a chance to come to the Black History Month Festival, Dia del Nino, and also the Pacific Rim Festival. So yeah, bring them out and see some of those cultural events. Also, we have our new exclusive Silver State membership level. Now this level, this is the jewel, includes all events, and you also get Butterfly Train as well. And yes, that includes Brews and Blues and Grapes and Hops Festival, so you'll get 2 of those tickets as well. And then of course we also have our gold members and our platinum members go above and beyond to support us. We greatly appreciate you guys, and they also get VIP tickets.
On top of all that, donor members also receive on-site recognition, invitations to members-only previews of our newest exhibits, and perhaps best of all, you get to share the Springs Preserve with some of your favorite people.
As a donor member, you will receive guest admissions. So anytime you come to the Springs Preserve, you can bring a guest. At the bronze, you can bring 1. Silver, you can bring 2. Gold, you can bring 3. And at the platinum level, you can bring up to 10 guests. It's good for general admission only, but we do think that you being, as a donor, being able to share that experience with your friends and family, they'll join as members as well because they will enjoy it.
It's easy to become part of this exciting adventure. Just go to springspreserve.org and click on the membership tab. There, you'll find all the options and information that will help make it easy to decide which level is right for you. We think that you'll find becoming a member of the Springs Preserve is not only the most exciting opportunity in town, it's the best bargain as well.
We've added a lot more things for members to do, and it's free with your membership. I mean, you can't beat that.
It takes a lot of work to get water to your tap, and a lot of people behind the scenes to make it happen. There's no other place in Las Vegas where you can experience how it's done firsthand. Dive in today at Waterworks, the Springs Preserve's newest interactive experience. See springspreserve.org for more information. Make Making learning fun has always been an important part of our purpose here at the Springs Preserve. So when we discovered how the traveling exhibit Math Alive was making it so much fun to reveal the mathematical principles inherent to everyday aspects of our lives, we knew we had to add it to our attractions in the Origin Museum.
We try to choose traveling exhibits that are fun and active for the whole family. We generally choose exhibits that relate to science or history or cultures. And so when we discovered Math Alive, we thought that was a really fun contribution to the Springs Preserve because math is in everything and math is everywhere. And this exhibit does a really good job of explaining the math behind the things that we're excited about.
Math Alive brings to life the underlying math behind many of the things that kids love most. It features professional athletes, artists, scientists, and entertainers, creating an immersive experience that shows kids how important math is to activities like snowboarding, rock climbing, making music, and even dancing.
The target audience is 3rd through 8th graders, but always good for the whole family too. It's active enough so that even the little kids will find something fun to do, from dancing to jumping on a snowboard and that sort of stuff. And then the older kids can do a lot of designing skateboards, learning the science behind rock climbing, other extreme sports and things that are really exciting. It takes pretty basic math concepts and makes them really fun. It's divided into different categories, so it kind of appeals to everybody in a different way. If you're really into art, then there's a whole section on design. If you're really into sports, there's a section on extreme sports and the math behind those. If you're into science, there's a section on robotics and space. So I think it will be a different experience for every person based on what they're really excited about.
As technology advances exponentially faster, a thorough comprehension of math will be even more essential in the future. But Math Alive shows that learning about math doesn't have to be dry and boring.
It makes math really exciting, and there are also portions of it where people can learn about mathematicians and scientists and how they use math in their everyday. There's that whole thing that we all say, well, how am I going to use this in real life outside of this classroom? And this exhibit shows you math is in absolutely everything that we do.
And that counts for us here at the Springs Preserve as well. When we consider all the ways math is involved in our everyday activities, it really adds up.
We have lots of scientists here, lots of subject matter experts, and of course we use math every day. So it's a nice way to kind of remind us that numbers and math, numbers are in nature, numbers are in physics, numbers are in the way we move and the way we design things, video games. So everything that we do here at the Springs Preserve involves math too, and it's nice to kind of bring that to the surface and show people how that works.
One of our most eagerly anticipated and well-attended exhibitions is a collection made up entirely of local student works that have been honored with Scholastic Art and Writing Awards.
The Scholastic Art and Writing Awards is the longest juried competition for middle and high school students in the United States. It has been going on for over 90 years. And the Springs Preserve represents that contest as the Southern Nevada region. And there are a variety of different categories under both art and writing. So we might see anything from fiction to nonfiction to painting to sculpture.
Each spring, hundreds of Clark County students, their parents, and teachers crowd our amphitheater and gallery space for the annual ceremony with its celebration of artistic and literary excellence.
We've been doing it now for about 7 or 8 years, and it's a perfect fit for us because it engages the community, and the Springs Preserve wants to be an important part of the community, and really it engages the community in a very big way. We last year had about 1,300 entries total, and the award ceremony that we have here at the Preserve tends to be the most well-attended opening that we have year in and year out. It's a wonderful opportunity for family members and friends to celebrate the achievements of the middle and high school students in their lives.
Works are judged on originality, technical skill, and personal vision or voice. With over 1,000 entries vying for only a few dozen awards, the competition is fervent. So winning a Scholastic Award even at the local level is really quite the accomplishment.
This award ceremony really recognizes kids with actual achievement. It is blind judging, so the judges don't know the name of the student, they don't know anything about them, they're just reacting to either the art or the written word.
And the winners at the local level are then advanced to regional and potentially national level competition, which could then result in a national touring exhibition, an awards ceremony at Carnegie Hall, and an exhibition in New York City. But most importantly, the winners could receive scholarship money, and our local talent frequently achieves that national recognition.
Every year we do have a couple that do make it to the national. In fact, I have a brand new intern who turns out had a piece that won a national award several years ago when she was at the Las Vegas Academy for the Arts.
The exhibit will be shown in the Big Springs Gallery through April 1st. Nowhere else is the season of rebirth and fresh growth celebrated better than here at the Springs Preserve. Each year, after a quiet winter, our calendar fills up with some of the best festivals and events to welcome the warmth of the longer, sunnier days.
One of our main goals doing events at the Springs Preserve is to expose the Southern Nevada community to what the preserve has to offer. Our hope is that people will come out for a date night at Brews and Blues or bring the kids for Ice Cream Festival and realize all there is to do here at the Springs Preserve.
The season gets off to an early start in February with our popular celebration of Black History Month.
It's going to be really exciting and really fun. This festival has always been centered around celebrating African Americans. Our goal is to educate people on things that they may not know about the community and also entertain with various community groups, whether it be gospel groups or step groups. One of the exciting things that guests can experience at the 9th annual Black History Month is the NBA Junior Summer League. They'll be at the event hosting some clinics for kids to come in and try out some different basketball techniques or shoot some drills with some athletes.
Just in time for spring planting, our plant sale features hundreds of rare and unusual plants that are either native to this region or particularly well suited to this arid climate.
What's really neat and unique about this plant sale is you're only going to find things that thrive in Las Vegas. And also, another great thing is we have master gardeners on property that will help you answer any of your questions and give you advice. It's a great event, 2 days this year, and you may even see a discount on that second day.
There's no fun run in the country more fun than our Runaway with Cirque du Soleil event. This annual event brings dozens of actual Cirque performers out to put some extra pep in your step. Hundreds of runners and walkers fill the roadways and trails of the Springs Preserve for this one-of-a-kind activity.
Cirque Run is a fun event. Guests come out, they can run the 5K or they can walk the 1 mile, all of which are throughout the Springs Preserve's trail system, so beautiful scenery. And to top it off, you get to experience some of the Cirque performers. This event really does stand apart from any other marathon or runs that are out there.
Vibrant colors, festive music, games, crafts, and great food combine to make our Dia del Niño event the very best in the city. Every May, this very popular festival fills the preserve with youthful energy and laughter.
Dia del Niño, it's such a fun event. It's great for children and adults who still feel like children. There's plenty to do, an activity for every single person in the family. You can also experience some great Mexican food as well as some wonderful, authentic vendors who are selling great crafts and souvenirs for the kids.
As the days warm up, we'll all scream for ice cream, and our ice cream festival doesn't disappoint. We truck in hundreds of gallons of this sweet treat. Several stations throughout the property will serve up sundaes, novelties, floats, and cones. Games, music, and contests will guarantee fun for the whole family.
So Ice Cream Festival, it's got to be my favorite spring event. There's so much to do, from ice cream cone stations to sundae stations to root beer floats. We will host a ice cream poll online where people can choose their favorite flavor, and we'll have a scoop station at the event with the winner. Kids can come in, they can get their faces painted, they can play carnival games, they can go to story time, they can even go and learn how to make ice cream. We encourage folks to purchase their tickets in advance because it will sell out.
Finally, to wrap up the season, we bring together ice-cold beer, down-home cooking, and smoking hot music for our wildly popular Brews and Blues Festival.
It's the perfect date night. Guests can experience over 20 beer stations, all of which are generously donated by Southern Glacier Wine and Spirit. They can also explore the property and partake in some delicious all-American food that pairs well with beer. One of the most wonderful parts about the event is the fantastic blues music that you'll hear throughout. Guests can have a great time and dance the night away.
And this succession of festivities will be held against a backdrop of plants and animals that will be putting on a show of their own, making the Springs Preserve the place to be for welcoming the season of renewal. It's always worth a trip to visit our award-winning gift shop for unique and custom-made items not found anywhere else. But soon, you'll be able to shop our beautiful store from the comfort of your home, as select items will be made available online starting early this spring. Keep an eye out for the sales by checking in at springspreserve.org. The most important component of the mission of the Springs Preserve is contained in its very name, preservation. So much of the wilderness areas, historical structures, and archaeologically significant sites were left essentially untouched by the development of this facility, but they were not left unavailable to our visitors. Overlaid across this more than 110 acres are loops of trails that will take you on a secluded journey rich in wildlife and history, made even more remarkable by the fact it's right in the middle of a major metropolitan city.
The trails are a great way to get outside. We're just 3 miles away from the Strip and downtown, and you will feel like you're 150 miles away when you're at the Springs Preserve.
And 150 years back in time. The trails were designed to immerse visitors into the wilderness that existed long before any human encroachment in the area. Rolling terrain, natural wetlands, and centuries-old cottonwood trees effectively block out noise and visual intrusions, making this a surprisingly natural space.
It was one of the first portions of the Springs Preserve that was developed. So they came over here and they wanted to make it look like it would have looked if there had never been any development in the city of Las Vegas. So you kind of get like a baseline idea of what the Las Vegas Valley looked like before we started building here.
Serving as a main arterial, the Exploration Loop Trail is actually a roadway that many of the other trails branch off from, and it offers many modes of travel.
The Exploration Loop Trail is about 2.2 miles long. It's all paved, so it's really accessible for everyone. There are lots of ways to get around the Exploration Loop Trail. You can bike, which is a really, really fun way to see the trail system at the Springs Preserve. Lots of ramadas and places to stop where you can learn about some of these archaeologically significant areas. You can also take the train, which is really an amazing sort of journey back in time. And then, of course, you can walk or run. It's, like I said, it's paved, so it's ADA accessible. So it's a great trail for everyone.
If you'd like to try out the trails before committing to a longer, more challenging experience, the Crossroads Trail is perfect for that. It's the closest trail to the museums and other attractions and rises above all the others, providing an incomparable view of the entire preserve complex as well as the valley beyond.
For me personally, the best one to sort of start off on if you haven't ever been out on the trail system, the Crossroads Trail is really a great place to start out because it takes you up to the original spring mound where water first flowed up through the earth and was sort of the heart of Las Vegas. But the really cool thing about the spring mound is that it's a raised area of land. So while you're up there, you can see 360 degrees all the way around. So you can see the whole valley. So it'll give you a really good idea, too, of what the trail system looks like.
Steeped in history, the Springs Trail winds a path alongside some of the earliest man-made structures still remaining in the region. At the western end of this trail is the newly added desert tortoise habitat, the new home of Mojave Max. Given the right season and time of day, it won't be unusual to find yourself strolling alongside one or more of these venerable desert dwellers.
Another trail in the system is called the Springs Trail. It's about a half a mile long. There's some really interesting things to see along the Springs Trail. It'll take you past the desert tortoise habitat, which is home of Mojave Max, a caretaker's house, a pit house, and some really interesting archaeological dig sites here at the Springs Preserve.
If you need an escape from the hustle and bustle of the city, hiking the Cienega Trail provides a wild, immersive experience. Coursing through a wetlands area teeming with wildlife, this trail often rewards visitors with sightings of foxes, coyotes, antelope, ground squirrels, and dozens of species of birds.
It is really a beautiful trail that actually meanders down along a recreated desert wetlands area. And there is lots of wildlife. We have over 149 species of birds that have come back and rehomed at the Springs Preserve. So there's lots to see. We actually even have a bird walk every month. So the Audubon Society comes out here, and it's a great way, if you're not familiar with the trails, to get out and take a look on a guided tour.
So, enjoying the trails doesn't have to be a solitary venture. Bringing friends, work associates, or family along makes for a great experience. So much so, we've added programs to encourage groups to enjoy the social, environmental, and health benefits of exploring our trails together.
We do have some programming. Every month we do something called Walk with the Doc, where we have physicians from UMC come out and lead a walk. It's usually the third Thursday of every month, but check our website. So if you want to come out and experience the trails, there is some programming that if you feel a little bit uncomfortable about coming out here on your own, there are some walks that happen out here that you can take and help you to acclimate yourself to the trails.
If only for an hour or an entire day, these trails will provide an easily accessible, surprisingly natural experience.
I love the trails at the Springs Preserve. It's an amazing opportunity to just get away for a little while and to feel like you're so far away from the center of the hubbub of Las Vegas.
Mojave Max and his companions have been quietly snoozing through the cold winter days in their cozy burrows at the Springs Preserve. But soon, as the spring temperatures rise, Max and his pals will be up and about foraging for food in their beautiful 15-acre habitat. Come out and join us as we greet Max and learn more about this rare and beautiful native desert creature. The desert tortoise habitat can be accessed at the west end of the Springs Trail. For maps or more information, go to springspreserve.org. Eggs, bacon, potatoes, bread, and milk, all common staples of a standard breakfast. But when Chef Cicely gets a little time on a laid-back weekend morning, she puts a unique flair on these basics, turning them into a bountiful morning feast to be enjoyed leisurely that same morning or popped in the fridge for a quick grab-and-go meal on busy weekdays.
Howdy folks, my name is Chef Cicely and I'm joining you today from the Divine Cafe at the Springs Preserve. And today we are doing double duty in the kitchen. So I'm going to start off first with my early morning delight by simply boiling some potatoes. Now this isn't often a very tricky process. It's simply a matter of potatoes in the pot, enough water to cover those potatoes. But to give it a little bit of extra special flair and a nice sweetness on those potatoes, I'm actually going to add a little bit of vinegar to the water and then a touch of salt. And the reason I want that extra flavor, perhaps for a little bit of pungency, is because I'm going to wrap those potatoes in bacon. So once those potatoes are done, I'm going to wrap them up nice and tight in a little bacon blanket and then bake them in the oven to render off the bacon fat and also cook the bacon. Oops. Grab one of these guys. I'm going to take it, put the potato in the middle, and then that's going to get folded over. You'll notice there's an area where the bacon overlaps. It's double layered. And when I put that onto my sheet pan or my baking sheet, that's lined with parchment paper and a drying rack. And I also love doing bacon in the oven because then all of that splatter isn't something I have to clean up later either. When I place it on the sheet, I'm going to put that double portion facing down. As the bacon renders and it begins to tighten and pull up, that's going to create its own seal, because midway through the process, I'm going to flip these guys over, and then these two edges of the bacon are going to be stuck together. Those potatoes are going to bake in the oven at about 350 for about 20 minutes. Midway through the process, I'm going to turn them over. But what I really want to do during the process is actually make the rest of my breakfast. And I'm also going to make an absolute favorite, and that is French toast. But I'm going to do French toast a little differently, just like bacon and eggs, doing it a little differently. So what I've got here is some very nice, dense and hearty whole wheat bread. A muffin tray right on over here. And instead of leaving the bread pieces whole, mixing my cinnamon and vanilla extract and nutmeg and a little bit of lemon juice, always adds a nice little zinger to stuff, and a little bit of melted butter to my whipped eggs. I actually took my bread and cubed it up. This is a great thing to do, particularly if a piece of bread's getting a little bit dry or on the staler side. So I've got a nice big mixing bowl here. I'm going to pour in my eggs, pour in some melted butter, and about a half a teaspoon of the cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a bit of vanilla, touch of the lemon juice, and then I am going to combine all of this together. And I want the bread to totally soak up all of that eggy goodness, just like I would if I were doing French toast. I actually like to double dip my French toast. So I'll normally dip it in the egg and then put it on the griddle and then let it sear a little bit, and then I get a little sneaky. I pull it back off, I dip it back in that egg. So I want, for that nice, dense flavor, plenty of egg. And once I've got a nice incorporated mixture there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab onto my muffin tin. You could line a muffin tin with paper liners, or you could also do it with a little bit of melted butter. Either one's fine, it's simply about preference. And then working in little scoops, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this up. So once those muffin tins are nice and filled, I've got one more step before these guys go in the oven. Same temperature as those bacon wrapped potatoes, about 325 for about 10 minutes, so a little bit less time on these ones. But what I'm gonna do before they go in the oven is a little bit of maple syrup drizzle right on over the top of each one. And when that maple syrup bakes, it's gonna make just this nice kind of sweet candy top right over this gooey French toast little muffin. All right, last one. As I said, these guys go in the oven at about 325 for about 10 to 15 minutes till they're nice and golden brown right on the top. And here we have a bountiful Sunday morning or early weekend breakfast, and we also have some grab and go delicious bites through the rest of the week. So whatever day it is, I hope to see you here at the Divine Cafe at the Springs Preserve. Thanks for joining me.
There's a lot more to discover, so join us next time here at the Springs Preserve, where our marvelous members, youthful art, seasonal soirees, and secluded trails mingle to bring new life to Las Vegas.